Jai Jinendra and Pranam to everyone. Very warm welcome to our Tuesday Jainism class. Gives me great pleasure again to see Hinaben Vora. We missed the class last week, but now we have Hinaben Vora for the next 3 to 4 weeks. It's a very poignant topic, Arihant Vandanavali, 49 verses, which Hinaben will go through all of them over the next few weeks with explanations, meanings, everything. Just for a bit of background, Hinaben is not only a good friend, she's a fantastic teacher in Jainism. She has a master's degree in Jainism philosophy from London University. And actually, surprisingly, not born as a Jain either. Taken a huge interest in Jainism through marriage and through meeting sadhujis, etc., on the spiritual front. And Hinaben has really taken the faith forward and has taught many hundreds of people over the years. I think I've been fortunate enough to know Hinaben for the last, I think, about 18 to 20 years. So without further ado, over to you, Hinaben, for giving today's discourse. Thank you.
Pranam to everybody. We will start our session by first we'll do Naukar Mantra. I request you all to please close your eyes softly. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Namo, Namo Sitanam, Namo Namo, Namo Ariyanam, Namo Namo, Namo Uvachayanam, Namo Namo, Namo Loe Savasahunam, Namo Loe Savasahunam. Eso Panjanamokaro Sava Pavapanasano Mangalancha Savesim Padamam Havai Mangalam Padamam Havai Mangalam. Pranam to everybody. Jai Jinendra, good evening. I would like to start our session with just 2 minutes meditation. I request you all to please close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and calm yourself down completely. Slow down your breath completely. Feel that Arihant Prabhu is right in front of you. Feel those beautiful vibes around you. Just admire him. Now slowly open your eyes and feel the warmth on your eyes. And we start our lesson for today. Thank you everybody for joining in. First of all, let me share the slides. So, okay, right. So as we looked at some of the stanzas in our first lesson, it was all to do with our Arihant Prabhu's birth, how it's being celebrated by all the Dev and everybody and the family. And now we have come to the 9th stanza, which is talking about Lord's feet, how they are. So it says, Mandar parijat saurabh swas ne uchvasma ne chhatra chamar jaya pataka stambha javakar padma पूरा सहस्त्र विशेष अष्टक लक्षणों ज्या शोभता एवा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग पावे हूँ नमो. As I talked to you in our first lesson, the last line, the fourth line, is always going to repeat in all stanzas, as the poet is so overwhelmed that he can't help himself. Every time he talks about any attributes of our Lord, he just ends up bowing down. I did explain to you as he says Panchanga Bhave, so with two hands, his head and his 2 feet. Like that, he bows down to our Lord Arihant, which is very normal. Okay, so now in this stanza, it is saying that Mandar Pari Jata Saurabh Swachsane Uchavasma. So there are 3 flowers that the poet is talking about, that our Lord's like breathing in and breathing out is so fragrantful that the flowers which are called Mandar, Parijat, and Saurabh. They are very, very, first of all, those are only available on Mount Meru, and those flowers, they never die. They are very fragrantful and which attracts human being. Okay, so his breath are such, but not only that, when you the poet feels that every time when he is breathing in and out, is like the full fragrance of non-violence is coming out from his breath. So he's spreading that message, and this is how he's trying to elaborate his breathing in and out. And then it says, Ne chhatra chamara jaya pataka stambha javakara padma. So on his feet there are 1008 total symbols, and they are representation of all the good qualities of our Tirthankar Prabhu. Those symbols are only visible on such a highly elevated soul. So our Lord has all those attributes, and they are in his on, and you can see it on his golden colored body. Here we have seen just the on feet, but it is everywhere on Lord's body, and that is how the couple of these the symbols are given, like chhatra, chamar, jai pataka. So chhatra means chhatra, that which safeguards one from violence, hinsa. Yeah. So as even when we go to the in the temple, we always see chhatra over Lord's head. Yeah. So Tra means tran, that is guarding and rakshan, so which protects everybody, and this is what happens. Lord protects us. Okay, and even in our normal life, if you see, we say chhatra, that is when too much rain or too much heat, we use the umbrella and we call chhatra. So this is how it is. But Lord is protecting all of us from so many different things. And then chamar, as you all see in Derasar, we see chamar. Yes, so they are also there on his body. What chamar represents is, as it goes down, and when, like, we do it like this in the temple, and when it just proves that whoever goes on down to Lord's feet will always come up again and will always achieve moksha. So that is that, and also that which increases the beautiful look, and it always sharpens the inner vision is chamar. And then is pataka. Pataka means flag. Flag. Jai pataka means the flag. It's a victory on. We are so used to like putting the flag up whenever we win something. Yeah, so these are all very auspicious symbols that are there on Lord's body. This is what he's trying to say in this stanza. Okay, so pura sahasra visesha, 1008 symbols are there, and that is why he likes to bow down to Lord. Okay, then we move on to the next one. He says, Devanganao Pancha Agna Indrani Sanmanati Panche Bani Dhatri Dile Kritakrutyata Anubhavati Vadi Bad Krida Devaganana Kuvaro Sange Thati. So what happens here? So this Devangana means here they come as nurse to nurse Lord. Yeah. So, but female helpers after birth, how they come, in the same way, Devangana, they come down after taking the permission of Lord Indra, and they disguise in childlike look and they play with Lord when he is a baby. Okay, and normally it is always enjoyed by the devotees of any Lord's childlike place. Yeah, so some very highly developed God also like to stay connected with Lord. So what they do, they disguise in a little children, as little children, they also come down and they play with our Lord. This is what it's trying to say, and that is why the poet is trying to bow down to our Lord in the same way that how important that everybody, even those highly elevated devas, would like to come and play with him. Then we will move on to the next one. It says, जे बाल्यवयमा प्रौढज्ञाने मुग्धकर्ता लोगने. So je balyavayma, so when he's still young, praudhagnane means that knowledge which older people have, that with that knowledge mukta logne. So he is really making everybody happy. The way he talks, his knowledge is so much higher, that even though he's childlike, but he can talk like an elder person. Okay, so although still young, he comprehends the essence of the 16 branches of knowledge and possesses a powerful personality along with profound insight into the three realms. Okay, so people are awestruck by his wisdom. To such Lord Arihant, I offer my. So here, Saune Kara Vignan ke Rasarane Avdarine Tranalokama. So he is he, uh, Lord is born with three knowledge, that is Mati, Shrut and Avdi. So on top of that, Mati and Shrut again, no, he has got so much of Shayopshan of those Gnan that all the mathematics as well as all the arts bloom in him. He knows so much and he's full of intelligence as well as he has the best physical look. So this is due to his Tirthankar Nam Karma. Okay. Now we move on to the next one, which is मैथुन परिसह थी रहित जे नंदता निज भाव मा जे भोग कर्म निवारवा विवाह कंकण धारता ने ब्रह्मचर्य तणो जगाव्यो नाद जेणे विश्वमा एवा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे हूँ नमो. So again here the poet keeps on talking about how he is. So in this stanza, he is saying that Lord is effortlessly conquers the sexual desires and remains deeply immersed in his soul. He eradicates past karma, he enters the marriage, yet remains untouched, completely nirlipta. In Gujarati, we say nirlip, something that is very pure. It is not attached to anything. So that's how Lord is. He proclaims the message of celibacy to the world like a resounding trumpet. To such Lord Arihant, he bows down. So here is talking about, we normally talk about brahmacharya, but the meaning of brahmacharya, brahm is to get immersed into soul, that is brahm, and charya means charan, that is brahma. So we should be immersed in our own soul, and that is called brahmacharya. Obviously, when we talk about the sexual activities, always comes first, but the broader meaning of brahmacharya is we should be very much immersed in our soul. Yeah, and that's what he is. Lord is he's even though he gets married, like it says, Je Bhoga Karma Nivarava, Vivaha Kankana Dharata, he does get married, but then again, is some of his karmas that just to eradicate those karmas, he does get married, but he stays completely detached. Yeah, so there. There are two ways of doing sadhana. One, to stay away from the material world and spend the time in doing tap. Or without staying away from this, that is staying in the midst of sansar and still to stay detached. And that's what Lord is. He even though he is in the midst of everything, but he's very detached. And we can see both of this in Lord Arihant anyway. And because why is he talking like that? Because Lord, like a king with so many queens, and still by eradicating even those karma, they again join the path of sadhana. So he had so many queens and he has lived such a luxurious life, but he remains detached with all that. Yeah, and that is what he's giving the message, that how we can live in sansar. Okay, so then we go on to the next one. Musha nathi pamya manujana pancha bede bhogama उत्कृष्ट जेनी राजनीति थी प्रजा सुख चैन માં વળી શુદ્ધ અધ્યવસાય થી જે લીન છે નિજ ભાવમાં. So here, first line says, Murshanathi pamya manuchana pacha bhede bhogama. So English translation is, he has no illusion about the attraction of five senses. Because of his wise leadership, people live happy and peaceful lives with unwavering diligence. He remains deeply focused on his inner self. To such Lord Arihant, I pay my homage with a five-limbed namaskar. So here there are a few things that we need to talk about. Stay detached in human life. That's what he is doing. 1 second. Let me just put this. Okay. Now, basically what Lord does, even after these three stages, they still first of all, stay detached in mundane life, follow a virtuous life, and follow correct ruling. Ultimately, one may even give up on this and immerse oneself in pure soul, achieve Arhant Pad, and get moksha. Yeah, so these are the three steps. If we live, even though sometimes we talk about that, oh, we are in sansar, how can we do all this? But see how beautifully Lord lived his life. Okay, he stayed in sansar, but he stayed completely detached, but he fulfilled what he was supposed to do. He fulfilled all his duties, and then when the time was right, he gave up everything as well, and he went for his proper sadhana. Okay, so and immersed himself into pure soul. So this is what this one is. This stanza is talking about, that his efforts were into right direction. He knew that he had to finish this sansar, and that eventually he needs to find his own soul. Okay, so we go on to the next stanza now. Pamya swayam sambuddha padache sahaj vara viragavant. Now here the very important word is pamya swayam sambuddha. So, you know, when anyone achieves that real bodhi, that real knowledge, that pure knowledge, there are three ways of achieving that pure knowledge. Some, they achieve that Swayama Buddha. So without anyone's preaching, they achieve this knowledge. Yes. Then there is a second category which is called Pratyeka Buddha. So sometimes some incidents happen and they achieve this pure knowledge. And the third one is Buddha Bodhita. Buddha Bodhita means either by staying or by listening to some Jnani Purush or some Guru, they achieve that pure knowledge. Yeah. So these are the three ways that one achieves that Keval Gyan, pure knowledge. But in Lord Arihant, obviously it is going to be Swayam Buddha, because he knew he knows everything, that he is going to be Tirthankar, and he is going to get Keval Gyan, and so that is how he is Swayam Sambuddha. So Pamya Swayam, he achieved that pure knowledge by himself only. Sahajavara Viragavant, ne devalokantik gani bhakti thaki karata nayan, jaine nami krutartha banata charagatina Jivagan. So as we see in the picture, after Lord achieves that Vitragi path, all the Lokantik Dev, all those Dev, they come and urge him to establish the fourfold Sangh. Okay, so they are asking him that now is the time for you to renounce the world. And this Lokantik Dev are also very top quality devas. Okay, they have Samyak Drasti. They have short-term karmic bondages and they will also achieve moksha, and that is how. So even they speak anything, whenever they say something, Lord really respects them with the and the whole environment becomes very auspicious when there is a conversation going on between them two. Now here there's one thing I think, from my point of view, Lord knew that he was to do the Sangha Stapna, but it is like, just for us, that for those they feel happy that they did this. So I think this event takes place. So do you think that Lord does not know what he requires to do? Do you think that they need to be told? I don't think so. So of course not. He knows all in his pure knowledge anyway. But this is all created to encourage all the living beings from all four gatis and for their welfare. Okay. So with this all, the living beings get really encouraged and to follow dharma. Arrogant people can destroy their ego, elusive creatures can destroy their illusion, and so on. So this is what the poet is describing, because this all he has just like created this scenario. That's what he can see in his own bhakti, all this type of scenario. And this is what this whole stanza is about. So this is now that Lord is getting ready to renounce the world. So let's just see the next stanza. Okay, now he's preparing for his diksha into this next stanza. Okay, so Avo padharo istavastu pamava narnario एघोषणाथी अर्पता संवत्सरिक महादानने नेछेदता दारिद्र्य सौनु दानना महाकल्पथी एवा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग भावे हूँ नमो. Okay, so here what poet is trying to say, he proclaims, come and take whatever you desire, and selflessly gives away everything for on an entire year. In doing so, he removes the suffering of all who are in need. To such Lord Arihant, I bow down. Now, here, because as we know, before anybody taking diksha, they always do lots of donation. So here again is preparing for diksha, because those lords, they came and they told him to get ready to renounce the world. Now, it is said that before diksha, 1 year Prabhu donates 1 crore and 8 lakh gold coins every day for 2 ghadi, which is 2 samai from the sunrise onwards. Okay, but and also there are 3 type of the charitable 3 different ways one can do the charity. Is Ichhapurvak, like a donation done with the wish of the donor, as like you and me do it. Okay, so sometimes when we wish, then we give some thing, money or whatever thing. Yeah, so that is with our wish we donate. Then there is the second one, that sahaj rite, like naturally ઘણી વાર થઈ જાય, just that you feel like giving when someone needs some help, when we see somebody struggling or anything, then just naturally we feel like helping. So that's another way of doing charitable work. But there is a third way, which is prakruti thatu madan, by the nature of a particular person or thing. And in here the very good example is, this is like done by Mahayogi, saint and Arhant. Whoever comes in contact with those people gets this donation due to their punya karma, since they are venerating them. So and a very good example is like, due to their punya karma, Arihant Prabhu, the blessings are always flowing from them. So just the way, when you and me go in the garden, the rose flower does not donate the smell, but we need to go to them to smell that beautiful fragrance. In the same way, when whoever is nearby Arhant Prabhu are going to get those blessings. Okay, so but whoever is before renouncing Lord is giving away things. Whoever wants to get rid of their grief gets there, and the Lord pleases them. So the things is one thing, but Lord's blessings are second thing that one can only get if you go near to him. So in fact, all the religious sadhanas are well connected with philanthropy work, as you all know, and we cannot separate the two. As long as the bhav is pure, and then it all works. This is what this stanza is talking about. So all this is, and in this stanza is he's just now giving away whatever he has and renouncing the world. Then we move on to the next stanza. Now, from this stanza onwards, it's going to talk about Diksha Kalyanak. Lord is going to take Diksha. Okay? So we go on to number 16. Diksha Tano Abhishek Jeno Yojita Indro Mari शिबिका स्वरूपे विमानमा विराजता भगवन्ति श्री अशोक पूजाग तिलक चंपा वृक्ष शोभित वनमही एवा प्रभु अरिहंतने पंचांग भावे हूँ नमो. So what is it trying to say? All the Indras together perform the final Abhishek, the sacred bathing ceremony before Lord Arihant's Diksha. They then sit him on a palanquin specially prepared by the celestial being. With the great reverence, they proceed to the forest adorned with ashok, panang, tilak, and champa trees. To such Lord Arihant, I offer my homage. Now, here, what happens before they take him to they always go towards the forest to renounce. Yeah, so they make him sit on a beautifully prepared seat. Yeah, and then they take him before Lord Arihant's Diksha. Then they sit and they take him there, and with a great reverence, they proceed to the forest. And what is waiting for him in the forest are those types of some tree which are so beautiful, and they are also very auspicious. As it says ashok tree, punang tree, tilak tree, and champa tree. Number one, they are all there in the forest when Lord goes there, and as if like they are waiting to receive him. And from ancient times, always the forest has been chosen for abandoning the worldly possessions. Okay. So and why are these four trees have been mentioned? Number one is Ashoka tree. If you know the name Ashoka, Shok means Rahita, Shoka Rahita, so which is without mourning, similar to Vitarag. Also the word with Shoka. So Lord is without any mourning, yeah, and that is Ashoka, with Shoka, pure conscious. Yeah, so Lord has that pure conscience, and also this tree is the witness of Lord abandoning everything. So, and even if you know Bhaktamar, if you know Kalyan Mandi Stotra, wherever we talk about Lord Samosaran, the first thing we talk about Ashoka tree. Lord is sitting under Ashoka tree. So that Ashok tree is a symbol of that Lord does not have no shok. Yeah, and that is why Ashok tree has been always mentioned. Now, the second is Punang tree. Punang is like uh, I, it's like supari. I don't know if you all know about supari, that represent its own identity through its hardness. You know, we eat after the food. Sometimes people have the habit of eating supari as a digesting thing, and that supari, it never mixes with anything else. The taste of the supari, you cannot mix it with anything else. It just it is through its hardness, it has its own identity. It keeps its own taste and never mixes with any other taste, just nirlit. And the Lord is exactly the same, no matter what is ever happening outside. He is always nirlit. He does not get touched by anything. Okay, so that's why Punang name has been used as well. And the Tilaka Vruksha. Tilak is useful for medicine. Therefore, no disease will survive. Now, in Lord's case, in the same way, any flaws will destroy the sadhak's good quality. Yeah. So, from the viewpoint of spirituality, it represents that any flaws will be destroyed, just like how the tilak tree destroys all the disease. In the same way, Lord can destroy any of the if there is anything, that any flaws that is on a spiritual path, Lord can destroy that. Okay, and the last one, champa tree. Champa, it has a unique smell. I don't know if any of you know, but I have seen it. It's got a very unique smell, and that unique smell is like keeps the bees away. Bees cannot survive next to it. In the same way, again, Lord's deep knowledge, that is that it's so profound that, you know, the moha rupi bee, that cannot survive next to it. So that attachment, if anybody has any attachment, that cannot survive. So all these trees feel pleasure to welcome the Lord, since they will progress from Ekendriya Jeev to Uttam Gati, higher consciousness. This is what the poet thinks, and this is how this stanza is talking about, and that's why he is bowing down to Lord. Now we move on to the next one.
Hinaben,
Yes.
question has come in. Are these trees still present today?
Yes. Some I have never seen a shok tree. Well, just only in the picture. But champa tree, yes. Tilak tree, I think yes, it is, because a lot of medicines are being made of that. And which was the fourth one? Let me see. So Ashok, Punang, Sopari tree, yes, that is there as well, because we do get Sopari. So yes, it is there.
Thank you. Thanks.
Right. Next. So we are on to now. At the time of his Diksha, Bhagwan's, sorry, I missed it. We are on to number 17, right? Okay. So, Sri Vajradhar Indre Rachela Bhavya Asan Upare Besi Alankaro Tyaje Diksha Samaya Bhagavant Je Panchamusti Loch Karata Kesha Vibhu Nich Karvade Eva Prabhu Arihantane Panchanga Bhave Namo. Right, very good. So Shri, at the time of his Diksha, Bhagwan sits upon a beautiful seat prepared by Vajradhari Indra. Again, this is another type of Indras. With divine resolve, he removes his ornaments and elegant garments and performs the ritual of Pancha Musti Locha, that is, plucking out his hair by hand. To such a Lord Arihant, I offer my homage with 5 limbs. So here, the very important thing to discuss is Panchamusti Loj. As you can see, it is very, very painful. If you ever have seen Panchamusti Loj, is like plucking your hair with your fist. And you can imagine how much painful that can be. But it is one of these, the most important thing while anybody takes Diksha. So, before I go into that, Vajra, here it says Vajradhar Indra. So Vajradhar means those Indras who are holding the Vajra instrument in their hand. They are called Vajradhar. And Lord is giving up everything, including his love for his hair in the Asok forest. So that is, he has to give up his. It is very deep question. Why Panchmusti Loj? 5-fist Loj. Yeah. Why give so much pain to body? The reasons maybe is Gyani Purush believes that the body and the soul are two different, but until you have a body, these are just the words. To do Loj is very difficult task, but it is the test for Diksharthi to check if they can still stay in equanimity during this painful process. Also, it prepares them for not having any attraction towards the other parts of the body. It is the inanimate part of the body. It's some believe that it is inanimate part of the body also to stop having any attachment to any part of the physical, also less to take care of while traveling from place to place to propagate religion. So this is a very solid reason as well, because about male monk, lady nuns are, it's very important for them, because if they have long hair, they have a lot to take care of, and if they don't take care of it, then obviously there will be lice in their hair, and that's another type of hinsa when they take it out. And that is one good reason, that is the main reason they get rid of their hair. So that's one thing less for to take care of. Now, it is also compared with the weeds that the farm, this is another very good analogy has I read somewhere, that, you know, before the farmer, when they want to like they compare it, the weeds that farmer needs to clean the ground completely before they sow any seeds. In the same way, the hair is deeply rooted in the common body from time immemorial, and it keeps on producing it. And when one starts on ascetic new life, he also needs to clean up his previously rooted karmas in karma sharir, in karman sharir, and then only punya beach will start developing, which will help him to reach the moksha path. Okay, so as farming does not succeed without hard work, similarly, one has to be very tough and work hard to eradicate previously bound karmas. Okay, so this is it's a very good analogy that one has to work really hard for all those deep-rooted wrong things that we have been doing in order to do the right thing now, and that is why they do it as well. Also, there is another analogy which is very good. The Panchamusti means 5 yog, 5 Mahavrat, or control over 5 senses, and musti is a type of grip. So one cannot work with soft grip. When someone is doing the fist with perseverance, then only will succeed. Thus, from both dravya and bhav, the poet has justified this act. Okay, so this is why Panchamusti Loch has been done before they take Diksha, and our Tirthankar Prabhu also have to follow the same thing. It's 9:03. I think I'll do one more if it's all okay.
Hinaben, can I ask a question that's come in?
Yeah, sure.
Someone has asked, why is Sopari considered auspicious here when it is advisable for us to avoid?
Okay, excellent question. It's not considered like, it's just the analogy has been given that Sopari is so hard, and its taste never gets mixed with anything. So in the same way, the supari tree, like Lord is going to be that hard, and no matter what happens outside, he will not get, like we say, stay aloof. He will not get mixed with anything, whatever goes on outside. So this is just the analogy has been given.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should I continue, Sandeepai?
Yeah. Continue.
Okay, thank you. Right, the next one is लोकाग्रगत भगवंत सर्व सिद्ध ने वंदन करे सावध्य सगड़ा पाप योगो ना करे पचकान ने जे ज्ञान दर्शन ने महाचारित्न रत्न त्रयी ग्रहे एवा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग पावे हूँ नमो. So here again, Lokagragata Bhagavanta Sarva. So Bhagwan bows down to all the Siddhas who resides at the top of the universe. He takes the Pachkan, means the vows, and he renounces all sinful activities. He accepts the path of the 3 jewels, which is right knowledge, right faith, and right conduct. To such Lord Arihant, I pay my homage. Right. So here it's talking about 2 important aspects before taking any vow, that is Vandana, and then second is permission. Even today's day and age, before anybody wants to take Diksha, one must take the permission of their elderly people or their family, and they will not be given Diksha until the whole family or whoever is there in charge, that if they permit, then only Diksha is given. Okay, so but in this case, Lord takes permission of who? Lord did not have any guru, so obviously he bows down to the previously attained Keval Gnani. So he does Vandana to the all the Siddha Prabhu, and he takes the permission. So, and again, Vanna is where Lord is bowing down to Siddha before starting on his journey and asking for permission. As for him, there is no guru. So there also another custom that before they start, they say Namo Siddhaya and Namo Sanghaya. Sang means sang, like what the fourfold sang. So they always say Namo Siddhaya. So they bow down to Siddha Prabhu, those who are already there, and then Namo Sanghaya. So to the sang they bow down to. Thus they bow down to sang as well as Avrat. So and then they take the vow of giving up all the avrats, savadya yoga and ashubh yoga. They give up and just say karemi samayam, and then they take the samayik for the rest of their life. And this is how they accept the Ratnatrayi and they take Diksha. Okay. This stanza is about that Lord is taking the permission and now he's fully taken Diksha. Right, now we go on to the next one.
Hinaben, can I ask a couple of questions?
Sure, Sandeepai.
Okay. So question comes from another Sandeepai. Do all taking Diksha do Panch Musti lock?
Yes, but nowadays, like, so they just pluck only 5 hair nowadays with their hand, and the rest is always being shaven.
Okay, excellent. I think also people will realize last week, one of our guest speakers a few months ago, Rishi Vai Zaveri,
Yes.
Diksha last week, and if you watch it on YouTube, etc., you'd have seen the whole Diksha ceremony. So again, yeah, quite fascinating that you're talking about this today.
Yes.
There's a second question. Though the 5 handfuls of hair plucked symbolize the complete removal of hair, the actual plucking of all hair from the head and face isn't always done in exactly 5 pulls for every monk or nun. I think it's just a comment Ashok has put on there.
Yeah, it was just an answer to the previous question. Sorry, not a question in
Excellent.
itself.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Ashok. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, continue, Hina. But I think this might be the last stanza today.
Okay, so should we do this last one then?
Yes, yes.
Okay, fine, perfect. Okay, so this one, this Nirmal Vipulamati Manah Paryavagyan Sahaje Deepana जे पंच समिति गुप्ति त्रयनी रयण माड़ा धारता दस भेदती जे श्रमण सुंदर धर्मनु पालन करे एवा प्रभु अरिहंत ने पंचांग पावे हूँ नमो. So here, now, Nirmala Vipulmati Manah Paryav Jnana Saha Deepata. What our Arhant Prabhu already has Vipulmati Gyan, Manah Paryav Gyan. And what else has he got? Je Panch Samiti Gupti. So he is following 5 Samiti, 3 Gupti, and also the Sabedati. So 10 types of the dharma that they are supposed to follow. So Lord is having all this, and here it says Bhagwan now adorned with his supreme and pure telepathic knowledge radiates even greater brilliance. He wears a garland studded with jewels symbolizing the 5 rules of conduct, which is samitis, and the 3 rules of restraint, which is guptis. And he beautifully follows the 10 principles of Shraman Dharma. To such a Lord Arihant, I offer my homage. So here, Manah Paryogyan is, or we call it telepathic jnana, is a direct understanding of the thoughts in the minds of other. So as you know, Tirthankar Bhagwan already have 3 knowledge when they are born. As soon as they take Diksha, this Manaparya Gyan emerges. Okay, and this Manaparya Gyan means it's a direct understanding of the thoughts in the other people's mind. It is without the help of any medium or agency. Manaparya Gyan is an extrasensory perception. So Manaparya cannot be attained by any ordinary person. Only a soul in its higher progress stage and at its higher gun sthan may acquire this knowledge. So now again, so the Lord achieves this 4th knowledge, plus he's following samitis, purify the actions and make them faultless, while guptis are prohibitions against sinful activities of mind, speech and body. So both are equally necessary for the spiritual uplift of the soul. So, and collectively the 8 are called Astapravachan Mata. So Lord is following all these as well. And then 10 virtues of Dharma. Again, is which are those 10? It's a supreme forgiveness, humility, straightforwardness, truthfulness, purity, self-restraint, penance, renunciation, non-possessiveness, and celibacy. Okay, so these are the 10 dharma Lord is following now, and all the Ashtapravachan Mata. So this 5 samitis and 3 guptis. So mainly these are all described for the future sadhus for their spiritual upliftment, as Lord is already in that state whereby he is following all this anyway. All he is doing that by following all this, he is making others to experience the beauty of Sanyam and Niyam. Okay, so let's just end today. So we've done up to 19 today, and if everybody's interested, we can still continue, and we'll try and follow up to 49. I thank you all for listening to me, and I'm ready for any other questions that anybody would like to ask.
So no questions have come in apart from those I've already asked. So that's very good. And for everyone here, we hope you're enjoying the classes right now. This is a fascinating topic, especially pregnant with the recent Diksha that was given last week. Yeah, a very pregnant topic. And Hinaben, thank you so much for delivering.
Thank you.
Nilma has raised a hand. Nilma, then, do you want to ask the question?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, what are those 5 samitis and 3 guptis? It might be a very basic question, but I don't know them.
Okay, so 5 samitis are like, first of all, it's called Iriya Samiti, and that's the regulation of walking. Then it's Bhasa Samiti, which is regulation of speaking. Ashna Samiti, which is regulation of begging. You know, they beg their food, like, gochri. So they have some regulations for those as well. And then Adan Nikshepan Samiti, which is regulation of taking or keeping. So everything that when they take or they keep, they have to be very careful how they do it. And then last one is Utsarga Samiti, regulation of disposal. So, they are not supposed to use normal toilets. Obviously, nowadays they do it, but if originally they were not supposed to, they were supposed to like just collect it and go and dig a hole and put it in there. So they have to be very careful of these 5 things, how they do it. And so, and again, when they do all these 5 activities, they have to be very careful, and that is called 3 guptis. So they have to be careful by mind, speech, and activity. So regulations of mind, speech, and activity, whatever they do, they have to be very careful. So these are the 8 things that are called together Ashta Pravachan Mata. So all the sadhus and sadhvis have to follow this.
Thank you, Hinaben.
So can I explain this in a slightly easy way for people to understand?
Yeah,
Samitis and
sure.
Guptis. Sorry, just a quick. So think of Guptis like, Man, Vachan, Kaya, these 3 Manogupti, Kaya Gupti, Vachan Gupti as 3 ideals. That, I need to ensure that, I restrain myself to the fullest extent, that I'm able to follow all the 5 Mahavratas. And let's take, for example, the non-violence, that I do not commit any violent act through my man, vachan, and kaya. Now, these 3 are, think of this as a ultimate goals to achieve, but the practicalities of the life. So, for example, each one of us, when we walk, we take some care. For example, the monks have to walk, they have to take care, they have to eat, they have to take care, and so forth. So then it comes to samitis. So whatever practical methods through which they ensure they attain guptis, you can think of them as samitis. that I walk properly and I'm not carelessly walking. I avoid walking when let's say it's a rainy season and I can see lots of earthworms on the road. Then I would I would avoid walking or avoid driving until and unless it's critical. Things like that.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Ashokji.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Okay, I think we have run out of time. Thank you, everyone. Hinaben, do you want to just do the closing prayer? Just before we do that, thank you so much again for giving up your few weeks on a Tuesday evening to deliver these discourses. They're fascinating, really good. Just for everyone's information, we are starting a new class very soon. It will be on a Monday evening. I'm sure all of you probably know about it now. It's the essence of the Uttara Sutra. Hinaben is actually one of the teachers on that one, as well as Jayesh Bhai and a couple of others. So the class will be delivered predominantly in Gujarati, as well as summarized fully in English on the same day. So, we are looking at spanning that. It will probably be about 30 to 35 weeks. Anyone on the WhatsApp groups, the links have all gone out. So just join on that. And we will let you know in the near future, in the next few days, actually, when the class is due to start. So thank you all for joining this evening. Hinaben, final closing prayer, and then we can close the evening.
Thank you very much. વિતરાગ પ્રભુની આજ્ઞા વિરુદ્ધ કંઈ પણ બોલાયું હોય તો અરિહંત પ્રભુની સાક્ષીએ તસ્મિચ્છામિ દુક્કડમ. ચત્તારી મંગલમ અરિહંતા મંગલમ સિદ્ધા મંગલમ સાહુ મંગલમ કેવલી પન્નતો ધમ્મો મંગલમ. ચત્તારી લોગુત્તમા અરહંતા લોગુત્તમા સિદ્ધા લોગુત્તમા સાહુ લોગુત્તમા કેવલી પન્નતો ધમ્મો લોગુત્તમો. ચત્તારી શરણં પવચામિ અરહન્તે શરણં પવચામિ સિદ્ધે શરણં પવચામિ સાહુ શરણં પવચામિ કેવલી પન્નतं ધમ્મં શરણં પવચામિ. Thank you, everybody. Jai Jinendra.
Thank you, Hinaben. Thank you, Jagruti, for the excellent work on the Zoom. Good night, everyone, and we'll see you all again next Tuesday. Thank you.
Thank you.